Hello students, good morning. Hopefully you are very well. Now let's start our running ProHP strong roots. In my last class on previous day you came to know about Kalam's beautiful experience about the great communal harmony of India. I told you that Kalam has presented a beautiful picture of India's great tradition or great character, that is unity in diversity. Clear? Now you are going to get a glimpse of that same picture also. You came to know in my last class about that Kalam's locality, Rameshwaram, was a cosmopolitan place where there was a beautiful coexistence between Hindus and Muslims. Hindus and Muslims, both people lived there amicably, and there was a beautiful coexistence of mosque and temple. Though it was a Muslim dominated area, there was a beautiful Shiva temple also, and though it was a Muslim area, lots of Hindu people also lived there in a friendly way. Clear? Now Kalam is going to say us about a more beautiful picture also. Let's follow. Next para. The high priest of Rameshwaram temple. The high means here chief, CHIEF, chief or main, MAIN. The high priest means Brahmin, BRAHMIN. The chief religious responsible figure of one holy place. As in our mosque or masjid, the chief figure, holy figure, responsible or in charge duty figure is as the Hujur or Maulavi. As in our church, there is the chief figure of the religious system is called the bishop. Similarly, in Hindu society, in case of temple, the chief or the main responsible religious or holy figure or personal individual is called the priest or Brahmin, BRAHMIN. Clear? So, the high priest of Rameshwaram temple, that means Rameshwaram Shiva temple. The chief priest or chief Brahmin of Rameshwaram Shiva temple was Pakshi Lakshmana Sastri, the Hindu Brahmin, the Hindu priest. Your MCQ answer, your objective answer, you underline. Was a very close friend of my father's, apostrophe comma S, that means father's many friends. Kalam's father, Jainul Abedin, had so many good friends. And Pakshi Lakshmana Sastri, the Hindu Brahmin or the Hindu priest, was one of them. So apostrophe S. Clear? So here also a beautiful picture of communal harmony, unity in diversity, the great tradition of India. Though Kalam's father Jainul Abedin was a great religious figure, was a true Muslim figure, still the Hindu Brahmin, the Hindu priest, Pakshi Lakshmana Sastri was his intimate friend. Close friend means intimate friend. Clear? One beautiful memory of Kalam. One of the most vivid memories, one of the most bright memories. Vivid means very bright, prominent, clear. Memories means recollections of my early childhood, of my very early childhood days. Early means first phase. Is of the two men. Who are the two men? Means the Hindu Brahmin Pakshi Lakshmana Sastri and Kalam's father Jainul Abedin. The picture of memory. Each in traditional attire, means each of the two figures, Jainul Abedin and Pakshi Lakshmana Sastri, both were in traditional attire, both were in their conventional religious dress up. Traditional means conventional, customary. Attire means dress up, clothes, outfit. Discussing means exchanging. Spiritual matters means religious conceptions, theological conceptions of both religions, Islam religion and Hindu religion. Theological conceptions or ideas, that means religious matters, were exchanged between the two figures. Pakshi Lakshmana Sastri and Jainul Abedin both sitting face to face in their religious dress up, traditional attire or outfit, sitting together face to face. They discussed, they exchanged spiritual matters, means theological matters of Hindu religion and Islam religion. Kalam's father Jainul Abedin gave the conceptions, explained the conceptions of the Quran. The Hindu priest Pakshi Lakshmana Sastri described, highlighted, exchanged, conveyed his ideas, his conceptions from the Hindu holy books like Ramayana, Mahabharata, Gita, etc. So Kalam is recalling a beautiful picture of his recollection that unity in diversity was present in that past of India very beautifully. Both of the persons sitting together face to face in their own traditional dress up, exchanged spiritual matters or theological conceptions of the both of the religions. Clear? Next, when I was old enough to ask questions, now Kalam is going to share with us his experience about his boyhood days. When Kalam was enough to ask questions, when Kalam was in the stage of his boyhood, after crossing his childhood stage, he is telling, I asked my father about the relevance of prayer. One day, Kalam asked his father Jainul Abedin about the significance, importance, utility of prayer. Relevance means significance or utility or importance. Means Kalam asked one day his father, Father, why do we pray every day to Allah, to God? What is the importance of prayer? Now Kalam is sharing with us his father's great answer. My father told me there was nothing mysterious about prayer. Kalam on the very day came to know from his father that in prayer there is no mystery. There was nothing mysterious, there was nothing uncanny. Mysterious means uncanny, strange. There is no strange matter in prayer. Direct narration Kalam is giving. Directly, how Kalam was answered on the very day by his father, he is directly quoted for us. When you pray, he said, means father said, you transcend your body. You transcend, you cross the limitation. You go beyond. Transcend means go beyond or cross the limitation. Your body means your bodily existence, your bodily weight. And you become a part of the cosmos. You become a part of the universe. Cosmos means universe. C-O-S-M-O-S. Pronunciation cosmos, not cosmos. Clear? Which knows no division. Which admits no partition. Division means partition. P-A-R-T-I-T-I-O-N. Of wealth means of riches. Age means the time of lifespan. Caste means the community, as you know, the scheduled caste, minority caste, Hindu caste, or general caste. This is the community section. Or creed, a specific, a particular section of a particular religious people or religion, community people. As in our past, Indian people, especially the people of Hindu society, were divided into 4 sections. As you know in your history, that Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. These are called the 4 creeds of Indian society. So creed means a subdivision of one particular caste. A specific section of one community. Clear? So Kalam's father Jainul Abidin explained Kalam about the utility of prayer, that prayer has no mystery in it. Prayer only makes possible a communion of the spirit between people, means between man and man. So clear? Prayer is nothing but a means of communication of the soul of the individual with the universe. Directly Kalam is telling, his father said, when you pray, means whenever you are engaged into the prayer, you transcend your bodily existence, you cross the limitation of your bodily existence, your mortal existence. You go beyond the limitation of your mortal figure and you become a part of the cosmos. You become a part of the universe. The universe does not know, does not admit any partition, any division of wealth, caste, age or creed. So man becomes a part of the cosmos. I am repeating again. So Kalam's father Jainul Abidin explained that at the time of prayer, man, human being becomes a part of the cosmos. Human being becomes a part of the universe. Prayer makes possible a communion, means a connection, a contact, a communication of the spirit, means of the soul, S-O-U-L, between man and man. At the time of prayer, the souls of the human beings become one entity. And that entity communicates, contacts with the universe, with the cosmos. And at the time of prayer, man forgets his physical existence, his bodily existence. Man becomes a part of the cosmos. So during prayer, man forgets the division, all the social barriers like caste, religion, caste, community, nationality, all the social barriers, all the social problems are forgotten by man. Clear? So prayer carries no mysterious thing at all. Prayer has no mystery. The utility of prayer is that it makes possible a communion, a connection, a contact of the spirit, of the soul between man and man with the universe. The universe does not know any division, any partition of caste, creed, religion or age or wealth. So at the time of prayer, man becomes a part of the cosmos. The same thought you found in your class 11, in your poem Brotherhood. Octavio Paz, the great Mexican poet, is sharing with us the same thought. Though man is a mortal figure, though man stands on this earth with a little lifespan, he is a part of the cosmos. Man is a part of the cosmos. Man is a part of the universe. The same thought is expressed here by Kalam's father Jainul Abidin. At the time of prayer, man becomes a part of the cosmos. Man forgets all the social barriers. Clear? Next para. My father could convey complex spiritual concepts. My father could express. Convey means express, reveal, or clear. Complex means complicated, difficult. Religious, spiritual concepts. Spiritual means religious. Theological exception. Theological conceptions. Concepts means conceptions or ideas. In very simple, down to earth, Tamil means Tamil language. In very simple, quite simple and ordinary. Down to earth means very ordinary, very practical Tamil language. So clear? Kalam's father Jainul Abidin was a great wise person though he was not highly educated, his inborn knowledge was limitless. He was originally a wise person. By birth, he was a great genius. So, the complicated religious ideas, the complicated theological thoughts of Quran, of religion, were explained by him very easily, in very easy Tamil language for the common people. For the very reason, so many common people every day visited Kalam's father to come to know about the theological conceptions of religion. And Kalam's father explained for them in very simple, very ordinary Tamil language. The Arabic language of the Quran, the Arabic words of the holy book of the Islam religion was beautifully explained in simple Tamil language for the common people. So Kalam's father Jainul Abidin was a great wise person. He was highly knowledgeable. He was a great figure. He was a genius, real genius. Clear? Next. He once told me, means father once told me, in his own time, in his own place, in what he really is and the stage he has reached, good or bad, every human being is a specific element within the whole of the manifest divine being. Very important, very vital announcement. Kalam's father Jainul Abidin explained about the importance of human figure on this earth. As Swami Vivekananda announced that service for man is the service for God. As in your class 11, in your Nobel lecture, you came to know about the great announcement of Mother Teresa that service for distressed man is the service for Jesus Christ, is the service for God. As Hazrat Muhammad announced that service for man is service for Allah, the same thought is present here within the voice of Jainul Abidin. So Kalam's father Jainul Abidin explained very beautifully about the importance of human figure, mortal figure on this earth. Let's clear. In his own time, means every human being in his own lifetime, in his own place, means in his own position, in his own land, in what condition he really is. Either it is good condition or bad condition, it does not matter. And in the stage he has reached, means in the stage, either it is good or bad, it does not matter. Every human being is a specific element. Every human being is a particular component. Specific means particular, element means component. Within the whole means the complete of the manifest means of the noticeable. Manifest means noticeable, that we can notice. Divine being means God, Allah, the Almighty, the superpower. So clear? At any stage of life, in his own lifetime, in his own place, in any condition, either it is good or bad, it does not matter. Every human being at any stage of life, at any moment, is a particular component of the divine being, means of God. Man is a part of God. This mortal figure, this human being figure is nothing but a part of God. As Christian religion very clearly announces that this mortal human being figure is the temple of living God. Similarly, this mortal human being figure is the mosque, masjid, of the living Allah. This mortal figure is the living God. Clear? So Kalam is telling every human being on this earth at any stage of life is a part of God. As in year 11 you came to know, Mother Teresa is telling a homeless one is the manifestation of God, Jesus. A naked one, a starved one, a poor one, a homeless one, an unwanted one is the manifestation, is the outfit of God. So God has different manifestations. God has different forms in his manifestation. Sometimes God is a poor beggar. Sometimes God is a distressed one. Sometimes he is a naked one. Sometimes he is a homeless one. Sometimes he is an unwanted one. So God is present within every individual. God is present within every distressed human being. God is present within the mortal figure of a poor beggar. Allah is present within the mortal figure of an unwanted person of the society. God is present within the mortal figure of a distressed person. God is present within the mortal figure of a homeless one. God is present within the mortal figure of a naked one. So clear? So service for man is service for God. Service for man is service for Allah. So Kalam's father Jainul Abidin is telling every human being at any stage of life, at any moment, is a part of God, is a part of divine being. Manifestation means outfit, noticeable. Divine being means God, supreme power, superpower. So the manifestation of divine being means the suffering people, a naked one, a homeless one, an unwanted one, a poor beggar, a starved person. Clear? Next. So why be afraid of difficulties, sufferings and problems? As this mortal figure, as this mortal human body is a part of the divine being, as we the human beings are the parts of God, so why should we be afraid? Why should we be frightened of difficulties, means of difficult situations, of our sufferings or problems? We should not be afraid of our difficult situations because God is present on this earth. On this earth, there is the existence of a divine power. Jainul Abidin is sharing with Kalam and Kalam is sharing with us. On this earth, there is the existence of a divine power. And this divine power is always ready to help us, to lift us from any confusion, misery, melancholy or failure or any difficulty. So Kalam's father Jainul Abidin is announcing greatly that though man is a mortal figure, man is a part of God. As man is a part of God, man should never be afraid of any difficulties, any suffering or any problem of life, because he is a part of God. So God is always present within him to help him to overcome any trouble of life, to overcome any difficulty of life. More truly, Kalam is sharing with us his great announcement or his father's great announcement. Next, when troubles come, try to understand the relevance of your sufferings. When troubles come, when any difficulty, when difficult situations appear in life, Kalam's father is directing, is instructing Kalam. You should try to understand the relevance, the significance of your sufferings. Adversity always presents the opportunities for introspection. Adversity means adverse situation. Distress, D-I-S-T-R-E-S-S, means difficult situation. Always presents, always brings opportunities, means chances, C-H-N-C-E-S, for introspection, for character analysis, for self-study, for self-discovery. Introspection means character analysis, self-observation, self-study, self-discovery. So the utility of adversity, the utility of adverse situation in our life is, it presents a beautiful chance of character analysis. It presents a beautiful scope of self-discovery. Suppose if I am in one difficult problem in my life. So this difficult problem, this difficulty or adversity presents before me a beautiful scope of test, T-E-S-T, examination of my thoughts, of my activities, of my ideas, of my doings. I should think about myself. I should contemplate on my activities. Why have I been in this difficult situation? Did I make any problem, any mistake in my lifestyle? Yes, of course. There were so many mistakes in my lifestyle, in my activities. Those problems, those lacks may be lack of education, lack of proper knowledge, lack of proper labor, lack of devotion, lack of honesty, lack of dutifulness. Those faults are responsible for this adverse situation of mine. The same thought you came to know in your class 11 when you were going through the story As You Like It. The old Duke was sharing with his companions the same thought. The utility of adversity, the utility of distressed situation. Whenever man is in adverse situation, man gets a beautiful scope for self-discovery, for introspection, for character analysis, for the examination of his activities, for the test of his thoughts. So Kalam's father is telling, when troubles come, whenever you are in any trouble, you should not be disappointed at all. You should not be frustrated at all. You should not be sad at all. Rather, you should try to understand, to feel the relevance, the significance, the utility of your sufferings, of your painful conditions. Because adversity always presents opportunities for introspection. Adverse situation, distress situation always helps us in self-discovery. If we are not in adverse situation, if we are not in problematic situations, we do not observe ourselves. We do not taste, we do not examine our own powers, our thoughts, our ideas, our previous activities, our all the deeds, D-E-E-D-S, are expressed are explained, are vividly identified by us only in adverse situation. So in this way, Kalam's father Joinul Abedin day by day, bit by bit, taught TIUGIST taught Kalam to be a great human figure on this earth. So the name of the prose piece is Strong Roots. In this way, Kalam got beautiful, robust roots in his life. The aspects of noble values of life were fixed within his life by his Kalam Joinul Abedin. His father was not only his father, but also his first teacher, philosopher and guide. So, Kalam's father Joinul Abedin was a great figure on this earth, an original wise person. In this way, he explained before Kalam about the utility of prayer, about the significance of spiritual knowledge, about the utility of adverse situation of adversity. Today, up to here, next person. Thank you too much.